Yeah. You're creating understanding when at the point of sale, if you will. You're buying him this car. It's like, listen, I'm getting you this car, but these are the things that you got to understand with this car. Okay. I gotcha. So I'm going to quote something that kind of relates to what we're talking about. It's hard times make strong men make easy times make weak men. Do you believe that we're in a time of weak men?
100%. Even if you want to go straight to the science, which I know the science is a tricky word now because it's like we've been told trust the science, and then where did that all get us? But like the statistics about the lowering of the testosterone and the birth rates are 100% real. That is a scary situation, and I am thankful that my oldest biological, okay, he's full of T. We're good. Like, I think he avoided whatever is that, whether it's the microplastics that are actually really taking the testosterone down, or it's just the lack of physical activity, or the video games, or like all the porn online, or even just honestly, like, we're not smoking anymore, and nicotine actually has been proven to like add testosterone, in your body and stuff like that. Whatever the reasons be, if it's real and it's happening. And I would like to point to the tech sector first and foremost. So like, think about the average tech CEO. I mean, or on average, it doesn't even matter. Like, point is Mark Zuckerberg. Does that look like an alpha male to you? Does that look like that guy's going to get out there, swing a hammer, climb a mountain, butcher a chicken, catch a fish, come to the door at night with an AR ready to protect his family? I don't think so. So if those people are some of the richest people and influential in the world, then that's literally the weak men. And because the fact is, they aren't strong enough to not censor people, right? And not ban people. If they were strong, then maybe all the truth would get out. Bill Gates, look at that guy. Like, I think Joe Rogan has talked about him and made fun of him multiple times on his show, because you look at him and it's like, what's up with the man tits, dude? Like, have some self-respect.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And at least at minimum, I mean, we've seen Jeff Bezos make his transformation from looking like, most women could whip him if needed to, optimize testosterone and stem cells and whatever else he's getting into so my point is, it seems that the physical attributes with those guys come after they've gotten to the top of their certain sector or whatever. So anyways, I tend to agree with you. We are in a place of weak men. And quite honest, I'm 33 years old. I would say the way I was brought up and my understanding of the world led to me being a weaker person for a long time too, or having a weak mentality in some ways. And I really do believe the thing that kept me from just being depressed, and not to say I haven't been depressed, I've been depressed plenty of times, not to be anxious, depressed, all those things, was competition. And I'm worried that our society and our world is going to devalue competition in a way that, the pursuit of excellence, the pursuit of merit goes away. And if that happens, I don't know what fulfills those, because if I read the science books right, or I learned what they were teaching me in science, was life and competition are so correlated that, one doesn't come without the other. I don't know if you have anything to add to that. I was just ranting a little bit, but what?
Yeah, it's scary. I mean, it's scary my wife hates when I say this, but it's half of me. I don't know. I struggle with it. But one of the things I say all the time is like, life is a competition. Isn't it at its fundamental core? Isn't it at its fundamental core technically a competition? Because even if let's say there was a big EMP that happened 2 seconds from now, wiped out all the digital stuff. All of a sudden, we are back to competing for the food and water instantly, and we're just back down to you're not going to take that fundamental truth out of life. So then I think it can actually flourish up from there. With my biggest complaint about, and what I think will potentially take down the meritocracy, which I just can't stand this, is the DEI. I like to call it DEI, the diversity, equity, inclusion. For all of that, it's like, what was crazy to me is what happened. Like growing up, you would listen to all these rappers like Jay-Z and Mac Miller, you name it, and Eminem, I think even mentioned him. Like Donald Trump used to be, like in their eyes, this icon in so many ways of like, oh yeah, look at this guy. He outcompeted everybody. He's this real estate mogul. Like this is who we're venerating in society. Whether, there's plenty of bad that came with that, obviously. And then everything got flipped on its head in the last 7 to 10 years. And now we don't venerate the capitalist. We don't venerate the strong dad. We don't venerate the kind mother. We don't venerate this, the nuclear family. We don't venerate the competition. And it's tragic. It's totally tragic because that's what just makes people better. Again, it comes from that struggle. It's like, struggle is really good. It's really good for you. You come out better every single time. And you're so thankful for the struggle. It's like when I come down the mountain after hiking and fishing all day. That soda water that I pull out of my cooler at the end of the day is like, I don't know if there could be a better reward. How much better does that taste rather than if I wouldn't have done that hike? I don't know, 10, 20 times better?
Yeah.